Here comes your pre-market summary for Monday, May 1st. Futures chopping around a little bit negative right now, but trying to get back to positive territory this morning as we kick off a brand new week. Regional banks back in focus, FRC specifically halted currently pre-market after this note comes out. Deal announced between JP and the FDIC. JP going to make a hefty payment to the FDIC to pick up, it would appear anyways, most of FRC's assets. So again, FRC down big time pre-market 3 days in a row here, but looks like a deal is done that will essentially maintain some of the assets. Here's how futures are shaping up right now. 0.13 for the S&P, the Dow basically flat, 0.15 for the NASDAQ, back to the downside. As I mentioned, 2% right now, yeah, for crude oil under pressure, 3% for Bitcoin. Ethereum about 3% under pressure as well. Number of economic notes coming this morning to be aware of. All starts at 9:45. We'll get the S&P manufacturing PMI note, and then 10 o'clock the ISM one. That's typically the market mover when it comes to PMI, and then a couple of days, Wednesday I think it is, we'll get the services version of these. So S&P and ISM manufacturing PMI to come this morning. Some construction data coming as well, all at 10 o'clock this morning. So we'll bring that to you live as it happens. Overall, that's how the market is shaping up. We'll give that a little refresh. Back to the top end of the range, but for the S&P, NASDAQ looking very similar, back to the top end of the range on the daily chart after a pretty strong week to end things off last week. Yeah, it's all about this story this morning. JP going to buy First Republic's assets only right across the board. This thing down about 45%, again, halted pre-market. So we'll talk about both of these. What does it mean going forward for both JP and FRC? And hey, what about the rest of this group still in question as well? Apple, a couple of positive notes from analysts this morning ahead of earnings coming up on Thursday after the close this week. We get Apple earnings. We also get SOFI this morning, higher as well after a decent beat. Better than expected results, still a loss for SOFI, but better than expected on a couple of notes. Tesla on watch as well, not really doing much, a little bit light on the volume scale as well. Tesla downside right now on this note, the Biden administration mulling whether or not they're going to go ahead with this EV and biofuel program that was announced late last year. Some automakers have already dedicated a lot of resources towards that, and the benefit or possible benefit that would come from it. All the Chinese EV manufacturers, first day of the month, so we get delivery numbers. So we'll have a look at Li Auto. I put it on here because it's just up the most pre-market. Not a lot of volume for any of them, though. Cautionary note this morning, both on Amazon and Meta as well. So we'll talk about those. Grab the watch list, guys. Use that QR code. Bottom of the screen right now. We're coming up at 8:30. We'll see you then on TraderTV.Live.